All right, let's see who wants to come through. That we are the Farrok. We are the fire sentient consciousness that
Welcome.
is not from your planet, though we are becoming known through this one, or that we are connecting with her to be more well-known by humanity, that we are assisting with the transmutation processes similar to a chemical reaction with the light of your sun, the connection with the transmutational power of fire, similar to what you know of fire upon your planet, that this is a way that we can explain our energies, explain how we perform our reactions, or your understanding of the sun, the fiery nature of the sun, and how it warms your planet, how it gives light to all living beings upon its surface, allows your plant life to grow, allows you to thrive, allows the photosynthesis processes that you know of to occur, that we have a very deep tonality that this one has expressed. We will express it upon our exit so that you may feel the sound of our, or say the frequency of our vibration and what you perceive as sound within your auditory capabilities. But it is a very deep toning, much deeper than perhaps you have heard before. But this we shall demonstrate for you as a blessing upon our completion. But if there is any questions you have about us or in general, we will attempt to answer them to the best of our ability.
So while we were waiting for you to come through, we were getting the messages of the energies here and to start, and then I was feeling this heat in my lower back. I was like, what is this energy? Was that your energy that I was experiencing?
Yes, of course, that we like to make our presence known prior to coming in. And since you and this one are so connected energetically or telepathically that you tend to experience energetically the various beings that you both channel, that you tend to release, as this one has been doing through yawning or through other bodily sensations, such as this feeling of warmth within your being that is the movement of energy, the connection with our energetic signature, that it is a way of aligning our energy with yours so that you can sense us in your physicality, sense how our energy feels, and to align yours in in harmony with ours so that we can make a stronger connection when we connect with you.
Wonderful. May I ask some questions about the energy that I've been moving these last few months that has, I wouldn't say that it's intensified per se, but it's changed from being what I would say are uncontrollable body movements, you know, the jerking or spasms. It's moved to bodily convulsions where sometimes I'll feel it from the hip. I feel like it's been progressing itself up my body. And I don't think it's Kundalini energy. I feel like I'm getting ready to channel a being and that they're trying to like prep my body for this energy or something. And so it's moved, like, for example, this afternoon when I did my meditation, it was like in my upper back and shoulders, and I would get the convulsions, and then my head would jerk side to side. And then even while, I don't know, while waiting during yawning or deep breathing, sometimes my whole body will jerk forward like that, or I'll, you know, jerk my head to the side or jerk it to the other side. But is there any information that you can give to me about this experience, or if there's a being that's saying, hey, here I am, you need to recognize me?
You're connecting to the consciousness of your sun, or your galactic central sun, as you know it. You are channeling its consciousness in the form of light codes that are being amplified, being transformed in your physicality so that you can, or I should say, your physicality is being adjusted to hold these higher vibrational light codes so that you can acclimate others to this higher frequency. It is due to your connection with Ra, your higher aspect of Ra, that you are able to do this service for humanity, that it is something that is preparing you in the form of your future work of activating others with these light codes to awaken them, to illuminate them, to carry them forward on their journey. But first, your physical structure needs to be able to hold this energy. And so it is also assisting you in shaking off old densities. It is a part of releasing older, denser energy that no longer serves you, that is perhaps a hindrance to holding this higher light. So anything that is ready to be released, to be transmuted, is in a sense causing like a shaking release sensation, but it is also just your body is adjusting to holding these greater amounts of light within your DNA structure, as you are all becoming more of a light body form. Those on the ascension path are, at least, that as you are lightening up, you are releasing any old denser energies as you are becoming a more crystalline form.
I see. And so the sensation that I get, that it's all the way up to my neck and moving into my head, is that like kind of the end result? Because I've also been feeling like downloads coming into my head as well. just these last couple of days, primarily, I think, with the onset of the full energy of the full moon.
Yeah, as in heaven, so on earth. So it is also, as you know of a transformer, you are increasing your voltage, that you are bringing up also earth energies from Gaia to help her transmute denser energies or human energies that she is holding on to, helping her release what she needs to release as well. But yes, you are being upgraded, receiving downloads of this energy that we've mentioned, but also from source, from your light team, to help upgrade your understanding of what is happening bit by bit. It may appear to overwhelm your system at times, but you are always guided, always supported as you go through these various shifts within your being, that you will never blow a fuse. You will never it will never become like beyond what you are able to handle. And if you do feel a bit overwhelmed, you can ask to lower the amperature, the amps
I
of
actually,
this energy. But we consider you to be a powerhouse, to be a power generator and transformer, and that you are very capable of doing this work. So just go with the flow, allow it to not be blocked and to flow through you in whichever direction you feel it moving. If you feel like moving upwards and also downwards,
yes,
uh,
both.
that you are receiving it in both directions to support your mission, to support the work yet to come.
Yes, yes.
You are both undergoing inner transformations, you with your energetic processes within your being, but this one also with her recent shakeup, with her bump on her head,
Yes.
that she is recovering slowly, but this was meant for her to get out of her head, go within the heart, to connect within for or do her inner work and less of her outer work, to prepare her for the next phase of her journey and the work that she will be doing with her channeling, with her energy infused art, with her other creative activities that she is called to do to assist in the illumination of others. That this is also part of her calling and why you two are connected, since you also have been called to perhaps work on some writing endeavors in the future together and support one another in this. So you have your combined mission and your individual missions that are well aligned or in sync with one another, as you're both getting upgraded, as you're both releasing and lightening your load. That right now is the time to go inward and to focus on your own spirituality, your spiritual path forward, and what you wish to create for for your new beginnings on your path, your new expanding consciousness, and what is yet to come in the next few years, that now is the time of preparation. You can call it that. Preparing your physical structures, your energetic being, your consciousness level to focus less on the outer world, even though, yes, you still have those responsibilities that need your attention, but also it is about finding that balance and doing your inner work as well.
Yes, very much. We've noticed that our friend Joan is also going through some of these changes of the old being broken out and released for the new energies to come in.
Yes, and you are noticing this in the people around you, in your relationships, that old relationships in some cases are falling away. There are those moving away in some cases. There are those getting triggered by your higher vibration that you are holding, that you are shaking others up for what they need to release, which is all in divine order. So show love and compassion for those that perhaps have reacted to you in the last couple months unfavorably due to no fault of your own, but it is something within their own level of consciousness that is coming up for their release that you are, in essence, assisting them with by mirroring to them something that they need to forgive and transmute and surrender within themselves, that you are all going through your own releasement processes, and this is something that is necessary for your preparation for the increasing energies on the planet. For those that are not prepared and doing this inner work will, we don't want to say have a rude awakening, but when greater and greater amplification of light hits your planet, it will become difficult for those that have not done the type of work that you've been doing for years, or they will just be starting to awaken, trying to understand what is going on, and in their confusion, they will see your light and come to you for answers, which is already happening to some degree. You've noticed some of this occurring within your lives, that either some will be triggered because they need to become consciously aware of things that they need to let go of, and that your example, your light, will assist many because you have stepped into your authentic truth and knowing, and are still continuing to know more, moment by moment, day by day, that it is not an end for your self-discovery work, that's, or self-discovery enjoyment, as you integrate into a more, or I should say, greater sense of wholeness of who you are as an eternal being, that you are only here basically having human experiences, that is not truly who you are, that you are much vaster in your soul, if you are higher self, your oversoul, your vastness of being in the higher realms is beyond what your human brain can comprehend, and is how we see you as an expanded consciousness, as your eternal self connected to source, that it only appears that you are living as a separated consciousness, but you are never truly separate. You are always connected to all that is, and to the Creator's heart, to the Creator's love, that as the aspect of the Creator's love that you are, that anytime you are feeling affected by confusing events outside of yourself, remember that these are just events playing out, and that you can shift your focus away from them into your heart, into your source connection, into becoming balanced and centered within you. And this is what is meant by doing your inner work, that your inner world is more of your true world and not what you see outside of yourself. So try to continually remind yourself to shift your focus within you, to go within throughout your day and pay less attention to outward distractions.
Yes, this is so true. So during a meditation a couple days ago, I saw a Native American Indian, a man's face come up, and it wasn't like right in front of my face, like here's his face, but it was kind of like a little bit in the distance, a little bit in the shadows. And then today, when I went to meditation, I clearly heard the word Seneca. And so I was like, what is that? I was like, is that a name of a bean or what is that? And then I was like, oh, let me like look it up. And it was like, oh, it's a Native American tribe of the Iraqi nation, the Seneca. And I was like, huh. So is he Seneca, or is the experience that I had tonight with I feel like a young woman who was ostracized in that release that I had, is the Seneca tied into that? Or can you help me like understand how these maybe three are connected, or maybe they're not connected at all?
Yeah, the Seneca were part of the Iroquois Confederacy. And Seneca was the tribe that you were part of. Getting that this was a shadow aspect of yourself that is being integrated. That you were a shaman, a shamanic leader at the time of, or as part of, the Iroquois Nation to help build this confederacy with other tribes involved. But seeing it as a shadow, it's because this remembrance is coming in, that this soul aspect is coming in for reintegration or connection.
I see.
That this is similar to how this one has experienced her parallel lifetime as a Farrok. It's something that's coming up for your recognition and acknowledgement
It's interesting.
As it's being reintegrated. So if there's other feelings from that lifetime, or one moment.
The young woman, was that also the Seneca in the Seneca tribe? Maybe as another life?
That's what I'm
That's
I'm
funny.
picking up on. Hold on. I'm getting this is for you to find out.
Okay.
It's another aspect of who you are coming to the surface, to be acknowledged, to be integrated, to release what you need to release, to forgive what you need to forgive,
Yes,
and
yes.
and surrender, and then to reintegrate.
It's all like convulsions, like all of a sudden your whole body is like uncontrollable,
Yeah,
right? Shaking, and they think you're shaking the old energies. So, but maybe that's what you're doing too, is balancing.
yeah, I'm doing balancing on my energy in my back. So I'm on the what you call I'm on the state of nothingness. So sometimes it's just the
Just a state of being.
it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming the love that I'm
That higher
maybe
conscious coming in.
maybe
Yeah.
the grounding. So that's why they send me to Mount Shasta to do more grounding. But
Yeah.
now I feel more balanced. But do you have any messages or what I need to do?
Remember your breath work of
Yeah, I'm
doing
doing
your,
the breath work.
yes, to remain more balanced, more centered. But yes, connecting with the earth whenever possible, barefoot, preferably, with your feet on the bare earth when you meditate will assist you. Also, consuming denser foods such as carrots, beets, other root vegetables that are grown in the earth, under the surface, that these can help you ground. Chocolate is a good grounding tool. But whatever, if you can ask yourself intuitively as well, what does my body need at this time to consume that will assist in feeling grounded, feeling balanced, feeling more present in the moment, instead of your consciousness leaving to other dimensions at times, wanting to have a little escape, a little fun in other realities other than this one. And that is acceptable. All of your experiences here as a human are acceptable based on why you have chosen to be here. So connect with the truth of your inner guidance as to what you may need in any given moment. And know that there is no judgment in anything that you wish to do or have within your reality, as you are the creator of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Thank you. Well, when I went to Mount Shasta, there is a butterfly, yellow butterfly that came to me. Um, well, I feel the love, but I don't know, maybe I just don't know how to connect to the being, or maybe I don't know how to translate, or do they have any message for me or
Yes,
to us?
butterflies represent change and transformation, about embracing the changes in your life that feel good to you, that feel right to you, knowing that if it brings you joy, expansion, happiness, then know that you are on the right path and trust it and continue to move in that direction. If something feels restrictive or is limiting you in any way, then know that that is not the path for you. That follow your true guidance that comes from within your heart. And this expansion of your heart energy is continuing your knowing of your mission, that it is that your inner knowing of sharing this love energy with others will continue to grow as this heart energy grows within you. For this is part of your purpose, is to share this love of humanity that you hold within your heart, that you are a great beacon of the love of source for humanity, and that your heart is growing in its capacity to hold greater and greater amounts of this source energy of love. And similar to the message earlier for Wendy, if these physical sensations ever feel overwhelming to you, continue to connect with your guide team to ask for their assistance in integrating these energies, or to have it not feel like it is too much for you to hold, but you are well beyond capable in the truest sense of yourself of holding these energies, well beyond your human limited understanding. And know that all is in divine order, that you're all changing and evolving and expanding during these ascending times to become a more whole version, a more true version, a more authentic version of yourselves, in bringing these source energies to Earth for the benefit of expanding the human collective consciousness and not just your own. That just trusting and allowing these energies to to change and transform who you are into a more fuller version of yourselves, so that you may have, I guess, a broader toolkit to bring to the work that you are and will be doing for Gaia and all of her inhabitants. That you will look back in a few years' time at the incredible growth that has occurred within you with astonishment at how far you have come. So enjoy the process. Enjoy learning more of your fullness and truth, of all of your capabilities, of all of your gifts that are expanding for you. Just have great joy in the experience, for you are here to have your experience that you came here to have. And it is about allowing yourself to have it, enjoying the process, and getting the most out of it.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
You are welcome. Are there any other questions?
I don't even know. Like I said, I keep feeling like there is, after this clearing, that there is going to be some being that wants to, kind of like what happened with Susan when you guys showed up, that wants to be channeled through me. And not that I'm not connecting to so many beings and ascended masters and variety of different collectives and, you know, Palladians and Arcturians and Syrians. But why do I get the sense that that is what's coming up? And do they want to tell me who they are? And what is the sparkle that keeps happening behind Susan's head?
Yes, what is coming through is the Arcturian Healing Council. So your involvement in your astral journeys with the Arcturian Healing Council, that your aspect that works with them, with their healing modalities, will become more full in your awareness, and you will be working with them with your healing work, and that will be coming more to the forefront, but your connections there will support your healing work. That this that their, I guess, collective of energies is what you're sensing, what you're feeling, that you're all feeling more of a ramping up of your internal motivations or increasing sensitivities involving your gifts that are becoming more amplified, that are growing, that are coming more into your conscious awareness. And the healing work that you are a part of in astral with the Arcturian Healing Council, that will be brought more into your awakened reality, or you'll be using what you, I guess, what you unconsciously know will be becoming more conscious, and your support from this council will become more involved in your healing work.
Is that why the tuning forks came into my, all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know how to use them, but I'm using them. Like
It's a vibrational healing modalities, or what you know of Earth as sound healing, or there's light therapy, but it is all vibrational. But there are, I guess, additional uses of vibrational energy, and the tuning forks are one way to tune in
yes.
to
And we
different healing frequencies.
we
But
found it
similar,
funny that Joan didn't know that what I was talking about. She thought I was talking about like the spoon bending, fork bending, and she had tuning forks that she got. So are we just telepathically connecting, or are we just both are kind of tied into that earth energy and what needs to be done? She asked me to ask you. I read that telepathically. And she's giving me a thumbs up.
yes. Well, first you will test this healing as you have been on one another to connect more with these healing tools, both for your own benefit. And this, have you used the tuning forks to assist you with
I've used it for
energetic shaking?
I've used it on myself, yes. And then I've also used it, and I know that I get a benefit when I use it doing healing on others. And I probably had 5 or 6 individuals, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 10, not quite 10, people that I've used them on. And I recognize that when I'm working with them, that there's a benefit that I'm getting too, just because of the fact that I'm doing the work. And then one person said that they saw me step away, and as I was moving toward their legs, that they saw me in a white gown. So I was like, oh, wonder who I turned into, or, you know, what, their eyes were shut, but, and of course I was wearing just like jeans and a t-shirt, but they, with their eyes shut, they could see me as I moved to working with over their legs, that they could see me, that I had changed physically into like this gleaming white gown that I was wearing.
They were tuning into how you appear as an Arcturian healer, as part of the Arcturian Healing Council.
Oh, wow.
That's, for there is healing work that you do in astral that you are not aware of. And that you appear, yeah, I guess in a white gown would be the clearest, I guess, earthly definition of how you appear, but you're more in a light body form
Wow.
that appears, but yeah, that appears like a flowing energy gown, as similar to how this one recently connected to a guardian angel in an emerald green gown, is how another channeler described her, and that that is just a form on how humans connect with spirit. A way of connecting with spirit is seeing clothing instead of just light, on how
Yes.
some perceive angels, but yeah, so
Okay.
I'm
All
getting
right.
this as like a vision of how you would appear in more of your spirit form as a healer doing healing.
Wow. Okay, I had one last question. Maybe a couple weeks ago, I was sitting watching TV and I saw this man in a polo and beige pants, like just walking through my house, like in my living room, like he was like just walking on the sidewalk. What dimension was he from? And was he oblivious to knowing that I was there and could see him? That he was just in his own little dimension? Or did he intend to make his presence known so that I could assist him? Or I don't know.
Getting fourth dimension. He was not aware of your presence, that you were tapping in to his dimensional level.
I understand. And then what? Oh, sorry.
Just seeing if there's anything else to be revealed.
I forgot about this tree that, like, I'll tell you about it in a second, and then that'll be it.
It was it was an experiment on how you would react to seeing through the veil
How'd I
into
do?
this other dimension that, no, it was, yeah, your guide team basically wasn't a test, but it was just opening up your vision even more into seeing another spiritual form appear in front of you, that you did well in that you were only in observation mode of this experience, and that so this other spiritual being did not yeah, did not see you, but you saw him, because you were in a sense seeing through the veil, seeing into this layer of fourth dimensional reality, seeing through the veil into that reality.
And then one last question. I was sitting outside a couple nights ago. Weather was so nice and warm, and I was just enjoying it. The wind was blowing a little bit, so that some of the trees were kind of like their leaves were moving, and a little bit waving. Well, then I saw a couple of trees, and I thought, oh, I wonder if this is actually like a fairy ring, the way that these trees are like together. And it really hadn't occurred to me before until like that moment. And then shortly afterwards, it's almost like something landed in the tree, or the tree all of a sudden like creaked, and like the branches all like moved down toward the ground, and it was like a loud, like a kind of a sound. Well, that wasn't the right sound, but you know what I mean. Like it just kind of like it made that sound, and I kind of like I was like, oh, and I looked up at it and I was like, hello. So was that the tree, or did I have a tree elf over there?
Did you have a tree? What was the
A
last
tree
part?
a tree elf,
Oh,
maybe, or a
tree
tree being,
elf.
or it was just the tree being just saying, yes, I see you, and yes, what, I don't know. yeah, that part I hadn't quite discerned.
Getting it was a tree being making itself known, saying hello and greeting by making this deeper tone of expression through this internal movement that made this sound.
Yeah, it's almost like as if there was a wind shear or like an invisible spacecraft landed on it and like, poof, like just made it like, poof. Yeah. Tree beam.
Yeah, that they are able to make sounds when they wish to.
Yeah, I'll say it was very loud. And then I have a little crab tree named Ernie. That's the name I got from it. A little tree named Ernie. And he's leaning really sideways. And I can't understand if it wants to be tethered to like stand up more straight, or if he's like leaning toward the other trees because that's how he wants to go.
Hold on. Shanti just reached out and clawed me and like and I jumped. Shanti. Anyway, so he knocked me out of channeling. Because
Well,
I'm like, ah.
I guess it's not meant to be known until another day.
I guess not. It's definitely been a different channeling experience tonight. Lots of
Yeah.
different,
Although,
lots of
you know,
changes.
they did want to do a light language blessing at the end. So maybe
Yeah.
we'll just like wrap up and you just will say, okay, I'll do the blessing that they
Yes.
wanted to do. Because it's, yeah.
Well,
And good luck with the low tones.
okay, so I'll, yeah, tap in to what, yeah, blessing they want to come through.
And
So Shanti
thanking
just,
them and our divine teams for being here this evening. Very grateful to all the channeling that we received and the messages that are so informative and helpful as we're going through these challenging times,
yeah, so I
physically with
will,
our bodies.
yeah, so I will close with a blessing. Tozi hayatia o Wazia koa Hesia uaitia hia idoiasko Hesia kua ia itia ukoa ia ti Ho ia Hosia hi ko hia I Hazia ko haia Hazia kia toa Hazia hia toa Haia koa tia kaya Hazia hoa tia Hea iu koa tia hoka He zia ko toia He zoa tia kia He toa itia hitia Hosea ko Hesia koa hia, Hezia tia koa, Hazia koia tia koa, hia tia kia tia toa, Hazia koia tia koa ya hita ia, Hazia koa tia ia, Hezia hia, Tosia hia, Hutoa ya, Sia ya, Sukotoa itia, Hizia koa hitaya hatia hukoa hitia hokoa hezo He Isaya Hoa Hia Toya Hasiakaya Hikoa Tokoya. He Sia Tia Sokoa Tia Kaya. Blessings.
Blessings. Thank you. So when I'm doing these spasms, the shaking off, and like Taylor Swift's song "Shake It Off" is in my head. Shake it off, shake, shake, shake. So it makes me laugh, but at the same time, like,
I like that
all of a
song.
sudden my body is just like jerking around or convulsing. Like sometimes it's like literally, it's like that movie Ghostbusters, where where the lady, she's like possessed and she's lying in the bed and like her whole body is shaking. They gave me that image today, and it's that movie kind of cracks me up. Oh my gosh. So, wow, nice work, Susan. Now, okay, so on your left ear, there's like where the color of the Metatron's cube behind you is a little bit blue. There were a couple times there toward the end where well, it would be here for me. It was like blink, 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 blink. Like I was getting like these little sparkles that was showing up. And so I was like, and I tried to ask about it, but then it was like, that's when your cat showed up right at the time too. I was asking about the tree and
were they a certain color?
silver sparkles. So maybe they were the little sparkle fairies with the silver bells.
I know years ago when I took a, psychic mediumship class, and it was like a, series of classes, I should say, but the mediumship one, I remember the psychic that was there was two psychics leading that class, and that we were connecting into people they knew, mediumship, but off of the shoulder, more off of the shoulder of one of them, I saw like a blue or green sparkle light, and I later asked her about it, and she said, "Oh, that's my elemental guide." And if you saw it more up here,
yep,
because this is kind of that area, so the angel chakra
right?
in the back of your neck, but it seems like it's slightly to the left, and that's where the last 2 months since we got back from our trip to Ireland, Scotland, like that angel chakra is like opened up and it's tingling, and which you've experienced too, Wendy, and so while I've been channeling, and before I started channeling, I was feeling that tingling stronger than like since earlier today. I usually feel it like a little bit, but then
you have it in
when
your
I
room
do
too.
light language and channeling, I feel it more like, it's almost like somebody's standing behind you, like, or right there. It's like, this vibration, like right here. And I'm assuming, it's just kind of like another portal in the body that spirit can connect in through, because we have different like portals in our auric field, and we have 4 portals in our brain, which we learned about in one of our channeling classes, and as different ways that can be channeled through,